All right, that's enough of that. Hold up. Hey guys, what's up? It's BigJackFilms here, and welcome to another live stream. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these. Yeah, just thought I'd do one of these. Thought I'd just give you guys an update of what's been happening, on the channel and everything. And, yeah, so as you guys probably know, I've been working my ass off lately, pumping out a bunch of reviews for you guys on YouTube and everything. And, yeah, just things have been very busy. But it's just also kind of, it's a mix of like doing YouTube videos, but then also prepping for a certain event happening in my life. My sister's getting married, so I've been having to prep for that as well. So it's a good balance of work and also working on my sister's wedding, which is fun. But yeah, this is just a good opportunity to kind of just chillax, give you guys a little bit of a few questions if you want to get answered. And yeah, we'll definitely get you guys going on questions you have, and I'll be able to chat about it and all that shit. If I just sound a little kind of, I guess, just talking randomly, it's just because I've been working so hard today and I'm a little tired. So got a good glass of Coca-Cola here to keep me occupied. Just for the taste of it, Diet Coke. You guys remember that commercial from Batman Returns? Or no, not Batman Returns, Batman 89? When like Alfred's getting like the Diet Coke or whatever? That shit's funny. Okay, so the first question obviously people have is thoughts on Venom. I haven't seen it yet. However, I got my buddy Bradley Dunn doing a opening night for me on the Venom movie because he just saw it today. So hopefully you'll be able to see that by Monday. So whatever his thoughts are probably going to be my thoughts. I've heard mixed things about Venom, but I will probably wait till home video to see it. I've really kind of just passed on a lot of the Marvel stuff lately because there's just too much of it. And also the fact that I heard this is not in continuity with the MCU, so I'm just kind of like, well, I'm not going to see it then if it's not part of that because that's the only thing I follow. So yeah. How old are my other siblings? I have two sisters. One is my older sister who's about a year or two younger than me. And the other one's my half-sister from my dad's side who lives in Texas, and she's like in her 40s or something. But yeah, I have two sisters. I figured I'd put this out there. I know in one of my videos I did my first mailbox opening because I've started to get fan mail, which was really nice. It was from a friend of mine who, Inuyasha Dinosaur Brewer, who posted that and gave me something. So if you guys want to mail me something, link in the description below to our mailing address, which is BigJackFilms, P.O. Box 326, Queensville, Ontario, L0G1R0. If you guys want to send us fan mail or gifts or donations or whatever, we'll accept it through our fan mail box. Another thing is I'm hoping at some point to get a PayPal account and get my AdSense account attached to the chat thing where you can like send me money through the chat, which would be good, which is also awesome. But yeah, anyway, more questions. I have not heard Eminem's song for Venom yet, although I'm a big Eminem fan. The B Gamer Sora says, if you could make one change to Fallen Kingdom, what would it be? I would actually focus on more of the island. I know one of the biggest issues people have with the Jurassic Park movies is we keep going back to the island. I want to focus more on that. I want to focus more on all the abandoned stuff in the island. I want to focus on the Forbidden Zone. I want to focus on essentially the whatchamacallit, the spitters, more of the wild creatures there. So yeah, that's what I would change in Fallen Kingdom. Essentially, I would also change the fact that the Indoraptor would have human DNA, and I've posted this before in my discussion. Also, guys, if you want to follow. If I'm not doing like live streams or stuff, I always do discussions on the community section of the channel, so you can always like talk to me there. I always like to post stuff and stuff. It's kind of like an extra Twitter. I'm making a movie called The Stranded. It's about a group of people stuck on an island where dinosaurs roam around. Jack the Jackfruit channel. That's such a confusing name. I'll watch that. That sounds interesting. It's like Lost, but with dinosaurs. I guess you could call it Lost World. Inuyasha Dinosaur 101 Brewer Rest. Hey Jack, I've been wondering why the Signoceratops figures look like Pachyrhinosaurs, and I've talked about the Chemetzer. It's probably because I don't know why. Because I know like they've made I know Hasbro made a Pachyrhinosaurus figure back in the day before Jurassic World came out, and I don't know if Mattel took the same mold. They probably made their own. I'm not too sure. Let's see here. Miss Junie B. Films, this is a new one, says, J.R.R. Tolkien never specifically said, but he did say that the Blue Wizards became a cultist and were very, very dark, so I'll tell you more about it if you're interested. I'm actually, okay. Can you believe it, in 3 years from now, Lord of the Rings is going to be 20 years old? Oh my god, I'm going to feel so fucking old when those turn 20. The whole trillion. What do you think Peter Jackson and company should do? Well, first of all, I'd say re-release all 3 films in theaters. That's what I would want to see with Lord of the Rings, because I will happily go see them again on the big screen. 2, they have to be the extended cuts, because who watches the theatrical cuts anymore, honestly, unless you want to, like, quickly, like, slide through them quickly. But yeah, I want to see Lord of the Rings re-released in theaters for the 20th anniversary. 3rd, put out a new DVD with all the features from before, or Blu-ray, but also include all the footage that was cut even from the extended versions. There's a lot of scenes that were cut from the original version that have yet to see the full light of day, and I would love to see that happen, is to include an extended, a longer extended cut, essentially. And I will point this out, guys. I think by around 2021, I will finally get to reviewing the Lord of the Rings, because aside from Kong and all the dinosaur stuff I do, which I'm mostly known for on this channel, I do want to get more into fantasy, the fantasy genre. So I do want to focus, probably the first bit of reviews will be Lord of the Rings, possibly The Hobbit after, and then I want to move on to other fantasy stuff. I want to review other stuff. I want to review Legend. I want to review Labyrinth. I want to review Narnia. I want to get into reviewing more fantasy-based movies, because I feel like that'd be kind of the next step to go. Let's see. Cyclops Animation Studios asks, have you seen any of the Ralph Bakshi films? Yeah. The only one I've really seen, I've seen Cool World. That was weird. But the one I love the most is his adaptation of Lord of the Rings. I actually find that is a very well-paced movie. I mean, it sucks he never got to finish it, and he never got to Return of the King. But I feel like, I feel like his Lord of the Rings, I think, dialogue-wise, was more faithful to the book. I mean, Peter Jackson's will always be the definitive Rings movies, but I prefer Ralph Bakshi's in terms of dialogue. Oh, hey, Huey Tudor here. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. And yeah, I heard that, Huey, that they're going to be rebooting Narnia, which is a shame, because I really don't want Disney to finish that shit up. Disney or Fox, because I didn't mind those Narnia movies. Let's see here. Devon Jackson asks, Jack, what day will Sam Leake's King Kong review come out? Well, I should let you guys know this, but this week you will be expecting the next Jurassic Park Legacy Reviews episode out for Friday. And then, actually, Thursday night. Tune in tomorrow night and I'll air it. Although I do propose a challenge to all my fans. If I can get up to 2,900 subscribers in the next let's say 12 hours or so, if I can get it before it airs, I will air it early. So you guys share my channel around, and you get me up to 2,900 subscribers, and then I will release the new episode. Does that sound fair? Okay, well, we'll call it a day. But in terms of the Sam Leake's The New King Kong review, you will expect that actually next week. I've already have it finished. It's already done. If you guys want to see it early, link below. Support us on Patreon. You'll be able to see the episodes early. I've been trying to do that a lot more, is do Patreon first viewers to see my content before it's released on YouTube, because I do want to try to get my Patreon going. Ned Seacamp says, have you ever met George Lucas? No, but I wish I would. Because George Lucas, as you guys know from my Star Wars reviews, is my personal hero, because he created, the way movies are today and everything, and as well as, like, creating a really cool universe I can believe in. Hey, JTs were born! How you doing? But yeah, George Lucas is something I would want to do. Inuyasha Dinosaur 101 asks, what would I do with Kiki on my fan film since she has a role similar to Dr. Ian Malcolm? Okay, if you guys don't know, Inuyasha Dinosaur 101 is doing a very obscure crossover, but I'm kind of interested. It's an Inuyasha Jurassic Park crossover. I don't know how the hell it's going to work in continuity, but I am curious to see what it's all about, just because it's such an obscure concept. So I would advise going to his channel and subscribing to him, number one. And two, International Dinosaur 101. Please write this and please make it a fan fiction so I can read on there. I would love to read that. TJP123 asks, would you ever want to meet Rick Baker? Absolutely. I'd have him sign my con poster. I'd probably try to have a discuss. I'd probably even get, like, if he was at a con, I would probably get a press pass just so I can do an interview with him for the channel, which would be great. I would love to get him on the show, because if I can get Mary Gullerman in, I would love to get others. There are a few others I'm kind of interested in getting in. If you guys remember when I did my interview with Mary Gullerman back in March, it was a really good interview. And I thought about actually having more people. If you guys want to see more interview shows, or I just do an interview kind of podcast thing, let me know in the comments or in the chat if you want to see more interviews, because I do have a few people lined up that I think are interested in doing an interview at some point. All right. Red Ranger Key 501st asked me going back to G-Fest again. Yes, I'm hoping to go next year again because I freaking loved it and I want to do more stuff there. Huey two more. I'd rather see a Lion King Jurassic Park crossover if I even have the premise. With how can it happen? I'm not too sure, really. It's kind of odd with the Lion King because you don't know really exactly in time-wise where it takes place in. Is it before man? Is it during man? Because I think if there's during man, there would be poachers involved. It's really hard to figure that out in a sense. When Universal, what's this? Something about Jurassic Park ride in Florida. Hang on. Say, Big Jack Films, how do you feel when Universal closed down the Jurassic Park ride in Florida? I know a few people who have been who work at Universal Florida, and from what I've heard, that's not been confirmed yet. Although we will be talking about the ride closing in Hollywood for the Jurassic Park ride review, which, by the way, I have just finished editing the early cut of that has pretty much everything except the clips. So I'm going to be working my ass off on that this week to get that going and basically get that out for November. And then I'm also got, I think for the next few call reviews, I've got Sam Weeks. I've got 2 more episodes, I think. And then I got the mid-series finale, which, by the way, thank you all, by the way, who have written in the comments on our announcement video about the mid-season finale and helping us write the episode, because we pretty much got a very nice piece. We got a very nice bit of a full review in for the episode. The script's written. It's in a first draft. So it's going to come out, and I'm going to probably start production next month. So, again, thank you guys so much for submitting and continuing to submit your reviews of the film. I really appreciate it. What the Academy Award-winning movie King Kong versus Chuck Norris? I'm sorry, I still think Kong would kick Chuck Norris's ass. I don't know. I get Chuck Norris is cool, but I don't think he's that cool, honestly, guys. And watch, Chuck Norris is going to strike me with like, Gah! Let's see. Hey, Jack, what's your favorite World War II? My favorite World War II gun? I'm not one for guns. I'm more of a sword guy. But if I had to pick, it'd probably be the Thompson. Thompson Sub 20 submachine gun. That thing's awesome. What classes did you take in high school? This is an interesting question, Ned. To be honest, high school kind of fucked me. And I'm not saying that in terms of whatchamacallit, like, I'm not saying in terms of like class. Well, it kind of, yeah, like I kind of didn't do well in high school. Because at the time YouTube was just getting huge and I was focusing on my film work. So at that point I kind of just did my own thing, and school just kind of said, well, fuck him, he's out. Kind of a dark, depressing story, but I don't worry about it because, again, the school system was kind of out of whack back in the day, in that sense. Jack, you should play the Joker with that left. Funny enough, JT is reborn. I actually won an evil laughter contest at a convention called Conji, which was in Guelph. And the course was run by Dr. Terrawat. Now, if you guys know, Dr. Terrawat has been a bit of a collaborator here on the channel. If you guys want to go check him out, you can check him out on our channel, friends. He is an amazing YouTuber. Really cool guy, really cool character he came up with Dr. Terrawat. But he did a evil laughter contest. And I actually won that contest and won a couple prizes. And so, if I may, I will actually. Do you guys want to hear my evil laugh? You want to hear it? Okay, I'll do it. That's another thing. The reason I didn't do a live stream last week was because I was going through a bit of a cold. But now that I'm doing it, all right, evil laugh. This is, see, the trick is not to just go ha 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 ha, but you gotta build it up. That's the trick to an evil laugh, my friends. You're about to see the dark version of me. So let me just get into a bit of a zen here. There you go. That is my evil laughter impression, and I've watched the comments are gonna go by like crazy. Oh, it's funny because I've actually cosplayed the Joker JT's Reborn at one point. I actually cosplayed him. I did the Christmas with the Joker from Batman the Animated Series. I had a little hand. I was like, you guys remember that episode where the Joker's like causing mayhem on Christmas Eve, and Batman and Robin got to chase him around? It's like, bah, humbug! I have Batman and Robin. Then let's get rid of them. Boom! Like the audience blows up. Love that episode. Okay, so back to questions. Yes, I am the next Joker, even though my Mark Hamill is not the best impression. My Heath Ledger. You see, it's all about the chaos, essentially. Okay, enough of the Joker, enough the evil version. I will at some point make an evil version of myself, in some respects. Hey, it's past 17. It's funny. I actually past Android 17. Jonathan Witter. It's interesting because I've actually been on Discord for a little bit, and I've been on a few really cool group chats and everything. And I met this guy, past 17. I'd suggest guys go subscribe to Jonathan Witter's channel. He's been actually a really cool guy talking to on Discord, so I definitely check that out. Okay, my thought on your laugh, like what you said in the arcade Jurassic Park review. I literally just shut myself. Oh, that's great. I am just full of energy today. Yeah, Christmas with the Joker. That's probably one of my favorite. His name's Jekko. I completely forgot about that. Oh, it's funny. Hey Jack, in Kong 76, does Dwan fall in love with Kong? I kind of like to, not necessarily. I like to think of it more as just like she gives a shit. Not really love, just she cares, essentially. Okay, Ned, you want to see my Sean Connery impression? It's not the best. It's all about the sh in your voice. You gotta make it sh. That's what Sean Connery says. He just shh. Shut your mouth. I'm Sean Connery. I'm doing impressions right now. You know, it's funny. People say I can do a good impression of Shaggy, so I will actually do that. And then after that, if you got any more, I'll try. Very quickly, Ralph the Big Bad Wolf says, "Do you want the Kong 1996 script to be an anime? That'd be fucking amazing." Okay. Here's, because I've thought about cosplaying Shaggy at some point. Is doing Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. But, you know, his voice is kind of all over the place. He sounds like a hippie. Like Zoink Scoop, we gotta get out of here, man! Ricky, let's go, Ricky! My voice is a little off because, again, I'm cold, but that's my Scooby, that's my Shaggy impression, man! Oh, God! I think if I ever did another Halloween special, like a single Halloween special, I'd want to do something with Scooby-Doo. Like, I'd want to do, like, not a review of Scooby-Doo, but, like, if there's, like, a monster chasing us, it'd be, like, basically, like, a chase scene, like in Bravo Doobie-Doo. Love that chase scene. God, you want to say, okay, Harrison Ford. I can't really do Harrison Ford, though. Well, it's kind of, I don't know. Get off my plane. More like the old one. Chewie, we're home. That's all I got. Okay. Back to questions. Would you like to see the Legend of King Kong adapted into a video game format, possibly with the likeness of Peter Falk? That'd be interesting. Okay, here's something I've always thought of, and it's a question. I want to do this on a Let's Talk. Why haven't we gotten a King Kong game on Super Nintendo? As a person who is a massive Kong fan, as a person who is a huge Super Nintendo fan, I really question why we never got that. The closest we got was the Game Boy Advance game for Peter Jackson, but it's like, I would love to see a game developer or independent game developer make a Super Nintendo Kong game in the style of like Contra or like Jurassic Park Chaos Continues. But it's like it maybe starts as an overhead view where you're just going around the island, then it goes into a side scroller, where you have to shoot dinosaurs. And then you can eventually play as Kong, stomping shit. Like, I would play the shit out of that. Like, maybe when you fight the dinosaurs, it becomes a tournament fighter. I would play the shit out of that game if somebody made a Super Nintendo Kong game. Nick Jackson says that I should learn to fight my own battles, I fucking hate Godzilla's Revenge. That is going to be everywhere in our community now, isn't it? God fucking damn it. Okay, let's see here. Oh God. Jesus Christ. I would say Kong 76 is Legendary Kong in the same size. Not really. Legendary Kong is bigger. That's for sure. Well, that's a lot of blank. Now I'm doing Chris Hansen. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. That's a lot of blank in the transcripts. What's your thoughts on Fire Emblem? I've never played Fire Emblem, so I don't know. Can I do a review of Tremors? I hate to say it, but I've never seen Tremors. I know some people have said I should. I just haven't gotten the chance to, but I think at some point, I don't know, I may take a look at it someday. Have you ever heard of Clayton? I've never be Gamersaurus, never heard of that. Have I seen Cars? Okay, Cars. Let's talk about the Cars movies. So the first Cars I thought was okay. And then, I think because for me with Pixar is that Pixar was good from Toy Story 1. Or no, Pixar was good from their early short films till Toy Story 3. That was kind of my collection of Pixar stuff. After that, I just haven't given a shit about Pixar, really. I mean, I saw Cars 2, which I never finished. I got to the last act, and then I had to leave the theater. Thought it was okay. Saw Brave, I thought that was alright. Monsters University, Finding Dory, all those other Pixar movies, I didn't give a shit. Even Toy Story 4, I'm like, why? I don't understand the plot. Although, my concept for Toy Story 4 is I'm hearing Tim Allen says it's going to be a very emotional movie. One, if the toys all die, I'll be like, okay, give you balls. But two, I watched clips of Toy Story 3 again. I haven't seen the movie in a long-ass time. Although I remember crying like crazy. It was such a good movie. But I remember seeing a comment. It was the scene where they have their last staff meeting in Andy's house. And, Tom Hanks is like, or Woody's like, nobody's going to get thrown out. We're all still here. I mean, we've lost friends along the way. Wheezy and Etch. And then Rex is just like, Bo Peep. And, you just look at that. It's like, Rex, you dick. It's like, ouch, motherfucker. Way to tug at your heartstrings. My question is, what the hell happened to Bo Peep? It's not implied. Well, it is implied that basically they all went to different owners, which is fine. I can accept that. There's a part of me that thinks something happened with Bo, and it wasn't pretty. I'm thinking she either A, she probably got thrown out, or B, she got sent to a new home, or C, she got snatched. Which would be sad as fuck, in a sense. So I would love to see the fourth movie actually see Bo Peep and Woody reunite. I mean, Annie Potts is still around. You could do something with that. And that's what I would love to see with the fourth movie, is that Woody reunites with Bo. No, it's probably not going to happen, but it'd be an interesting twist to the story. Really? She's going to be the main plot? Okay, that would make sense. Hey, Jack, in Return of the Jedi, what happened to Chewbacca's hair? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, because probably it's tied back or something? I don't know. Alright, okay, KPF. KPF has something to say here. I just want to point out, guys, that I will be at some point helping KPF with his new podcast. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called like Kaiju Podcast or something. But if you guys go to his channel, excuse me. If you guys go to KPF's channel, Kaiju Network, go subscribe to him. Go check him out. He's doing this podcast. It's going to be me and several other YouTubers who are going to be attending this podcast. It's called Monster Talk. You can check it out there. Definitely go look forward to that. I will probably be appearing around November. But for now, definitely check out what he has in store for the podcast. I think it's going to be really cool. It's going to be a good. Think of it as like talking about kaiju movies, regular movies, but in the style of like Opie and Anthony, essentially. All right. Huey says, my question is, what the hell happened to RC? Yeah! The fuck happened to him? He played a big part in the first Toy Story and had a cameo in Toy Story 2, yet he didn't appear in Toy Story 3. Yeah! The fuck happened to RC? Although, to be fair, the Toy Story collection version is like expensive as fuck, and I wanted that. I still want that. Hey, Jack, what did you think of Android 18 breaking Vegeta's arm when it first aired? I was shocked when it appears. Yeah, I was about the same age, Toonzilla. I thought, wow, that fucking hurts. One of the things I will give credit to the English voice actors for DBZ is that they really gave a sense of pain with these characters. Like, whenever they got hurt, you fucking felt it. You felt them getting their asses kicked. Like, some of the most brutal moments. Like, I remember Vegeta breaking his arm. I remember the scene with Krillin getting pierced by Frieza's horn is just really, it's almost uncomfortable to watch, really. As I can describe it. And then also, like, what was the one that was really painful? When Videl's head is getting crushed in by Spopovich, I think? It's like, dude, it's like, this is against the rules. Fucking stop. And they just let him do it anyway. What the hell? Like, that was painful. Essentially. Are you excited for Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and Godzilla the Planet Eater? I prefer King of the Monsters. I haven't watched any of the Godzilla animes yet, but I'll have to check them out when I can. Have you ever watched any of Kamen Rider? No, I know of Kamen Rider. I know what it's all about, but I was more of a Power Rangers person. Let's see here. Jack, please answer my question. Do you think you could review Gorgo? It's a British kaiju movie. I've considered it, but I don't think it's really on my radar right now, Huey. I think at some point, maybe, but it's not on my radar at the moment. Let's put it like that. Year of King Ghidorah, come 2019. Yep, King Ghidorah is going to be really running shit next year because you got the anime movie and then you got King of the Monsters. What was it like when Star Wars Episode 1 came out? Okay, Ned, this is a great story. Because I'm one of those people who actually, spoiler alerts for the later Star Wars saga reviews, I liked Phantom Menace. And I still like Phantom Menace. I know I'm going to sound like, oh my god, what is he thinking? But you know what? I find Phantom Menace to, I'm like JonTron. I find Phantom Menace to be the better prequel. The reason is because I base the prequels on two separate ratings. Story and visuals. Phantom Menace, well, and here's the thing with Star Wars. Star Wars is very much a visual experience. You got to think about that clear as day. It was a visual experience. It was all about the special effects. It was all about the world building. It was all about that. So with Phantom Menace, I find is the better prequel because it had the best visuals. Story-wise, it's kind of shit. Although, to be fair, it still feels like Star Wars. It still feels like the original trilogy. But the reason I find it's the most visually appealing because, one, it still uses practical effects. That's its main plus. Real sets, practical effects as much as they could. CG is really only used for the most difficult stuff. It's like Jurassic Park or Mighty Joe Young. Again, CG was pretty new back then. And Lucas knew that the technology was there, but it wasn't fully there yet. It wasn't until Attack of the Clones. So I also find Phantom Menace to be a really nice sit. I mean, I find everything with the Jedi is great. I find Darth Maul to be a great villain. I find the whole story itself, saving the Queen, you know, getting her safe and all that stuff. The world building's great. Really, the only three things I have to complain about the prequels, Jake Lloyd's fucking terrible. No offense to the kid, but he's a terrible fucking actor. No offense. He did not do it for me. Jar Jar is hit or miss. I find Jar Jar at times to be funny and times to be annoying. The CG's terrible on him, but, you know, he can be funny in some respects. I'm one of those people who thinks Jar Jar is somewhat funny. It's half and half. I love him, I hate him. 1 minute I like him, 1 minute I hate him. The third thing that really pissed me off, the midichlorian scene. Every time that comes on, I mute the TV or I fast forward it and pretend it never happened. Find the midichlorian thing to be complete bullshit, and the reason I bring this up is because I like to think that wasn't Lucas's plan. I like to think that Lucas was heavily typing away the fucking script. He fell asleep on his desk, and then, I'm just going to reenact this. So imagine George Lucas is sitting on his desk. Like, imagine this, I don't know, this fucking Coca-Cola. Like, this shit. This is George Lucas. He's sitting there on his desk, fast asleep. So coming in, is Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is just sneaking in like this. And he's just doing that, and he's just like, he's looking at the script. He's seeing George Lucas trying to explain about the Force. Don't worry, George, I got your back. I'm going to write some Scientology shit in this. Midichlorians. Gotcha, buddy. Tiptoes away. And then George Lucas wakes up. What the heck? Scientology. Oh, midichlorians. You're welcome, Tom Cruise. Okay, I'll put that in. Midichlorians. Midichlorians is not Star Wars. It's not science fantasy. It's fucking Scientology. Midichlorians is some Scientology bullshit. That's what I think happened. I'm gonna write that in my script. Is that just have a skit of Lucas asleep and Tom Cruise sneaks in. I think that'd be fucking hilarious. So yeah, Phantom Menace I find is the better prequel. Attack of the Clones is hands down the worst. The worst out of the series. It's worse than Last Jedi. I'm one of those people who like Last Jedi. It's really worse. It's the worst one. But here's the thing. There's times I like it. There's times I hate it. Attack of the Clones I just find really fucking boring. But in that sense, it's both a terrible story and terrible visuals, because this was at the time that Lucas was doing every set was green screen. Every set. And it looks like shit. It looks like a PS2 game. But in some respects, with episode 2, I watched it again on TV recently. We had Canadian Thanksgiving up here, and there's a channel called Showcase which shows all the Star Wars movies. And they showed all the movies throughout the weekend on a constant repeat. So I was watching Attack of the Clones, and I couldn't help but be admired at the political symbolisms in there. I was actually kind of interested in that. There are times where the shots look good, the CG looks good, but it's really all the stuff in the Jedi Temple is fucking terrible. The Jedi Temple is nothing but green screen, and you can tell, and it looks like garbage. The whole Jedi Temple. There's that one shot of Obi-Wan going to see the younglings, and it's total green screen, and you can tell it looks like shit. Granted, the dialogue's pretty bad. Because I feel like with Attack of the Clones, there is something there. There's a good movie trying to get out of this. But it fails due to lazy storytelling, terrible script, and terrible directing. That's my only thing. If Lucas had a little bit less control, a little bit of maybe a script supervisor, it would have been a little better. I mean, granted, the last half hour kicks fucking ass. I'm like, where was this movie the whole time? So I find Attack of the Clones the worst. Revenge of the Sith has the better story. I will give it. It is well written. It is well acted. It's great. It's great. It's well written. But the visuals are fucking garbage. Like, that's when Lucas abused CG to its fullest. There's not one practical effect in the entire picture. It's all CG, and it looks as good as the Revenge of the Sith video game. And I find that it looked terrible. I mean, at the time, I loved it. I mean, I went to Revenge of the Sith in the theater. I cried. I was 13 and I cried at Revenge of the Sith because I thought, man, this is going to be the last one. It's so emotional. But then going back at it constantly, I'm like, wow, the CG is garbage. It looks like a video game. It doesn't look like Star Wars. Again, granted, there's great stuff in the story. Palpatine's great. Anakin's great. All the actors are great. Seeing Vader looked good for the most part. The ending is spectacular. Like, the ending is really emotional there. You know, it really wraps things up a little nicely. There are parts I wish Vader was more in it, like him in the suit. But again, the visuals are garbage. Like, the whole fight scene. Like, Anakin and Obi-Wan, when it came out, it was fucking awesome. Now it sucks. Because it's all, like, flips and over-the-top CG, and, like, it's all green screen, and I can't appreciate it. Actually, you know what? I find the early cuts, where it was just Ewan and Hayden fighting on green screen, to be a lot more emotional and better than the actual effects of the movie. I like to see the cut of it before they added the effects. It looked better. So that's how I rate the prequels, is that Phantom Menace is the best visually produced, Revenge of the Sith is the best story-driven, and Attack the Clones is just a piece of shit. That's really it. I mean, I could go on about this forever, but I will admit that come next year, we are going to start production on the Star Wars prequels, because I just need more time to write the script. But that's just kind of the quick rundown of my thoughts on it, is that I judged them through visuals and story. So, I still think they're okay movies. I'm not saying they're bad. But, like, if I had to rate from worst to bad, it'd probably be that. And that's my rant on Star Wars and how I saved the Life Day. I would say Christmas, but it's Life Day. Again, guys, for those who are just joining us, please forgive me. I'm still dealing with a cold, so if I sound a little stuffled, I'm just getting over it. Okay, Devinus Heron, I can't pronounce your name right. Can you review my JP fan film as a part of your JP Legacy reviews? I've been wanting to get to your fan film, actually, man, because I want to do a reaction video on it. I find doing a reaction videos to certain stuff actually does well. So if you could send me a link and a message on Twitter or something, I will definitely get to that and do a reaction video and put that on YouTube, because I've been wanting to get more to that. Carter Jones, yo, Jack, you're awesome, dude. I've been watching your channel for years. Thank you so much. And that's the thing, guys. Like, this year has been kind of, for me, emotionally draining. So I appreciate all you guys tuning in and joining me and watching me for the last few years. So thank you all so much. But again, since there's probably new people here, I just want to point out, if you want to support us, you can support us on Patreon. If you want to mail us, send us fan mail or gifts or whatever, you can mail it to us at BigJackFilms, P.O. Box 326, Queensville, Ontario, L0G1R0. The mailing address is below in the description. And yeah, and also I will point out, if you guys want to get us to 2,900 subscribers, if we can get to that in the next 12 hours, I will post the new Jurassic Park Legacy reviews early. Just want to point that out for any new guys coming in. Miss June B. Films asked, do you think we need a new adaptation of Zorro? Hold up. I mean, we're getting a new Robin Hood movie. Yes, I know he's not Mexican, but I could see Theo James' Zorro as far as the Virgin movies. Okay, yes, we do need a new Zorro movie. A new adaptation of the classic story. But there's rumors they want to make it a post-apocalyptic film, and I'm like, no. Fucking no. I saw Generation Z. That was a terrible fucking show. I think it needs to stay in the 17th, 1800s. What I would actually love to see, this would be an interesting twist. It'd be cool to kind of wrap up, essentially, the Antonio Banderas Zorro movies, like, do a trilogy. I want to see a trilogy of those movies, but obviously, you can't get Antonio back, you can't get Catherine back, you can't even do Son of Zorro, because that'd be dumb. They tried that millions of times, and it didn't work. They did, a serial called The Son of Zorro in the 50s, and then they did Zorro and Son, which was a failed TV show back in the 80s. But for me, you know what would be great? A prequel. A prequel with Don Diego and Raphael and their whole why they've hated each other. And what would the title be? Simple. The Mark of Zorro. You make it an adaptation of the original McCleary novel, The Curse of Capistrano, and make that your movie. Make it a prequel movie with a young Don Diego, a young Raphael, and a young Esperanza. Make that the story, and there you have a complete trilogy of movies, a complete Zorro trilogy, and then you can do a reboot. And then you can like do a new adaptation. That I would like to see if they do anything with the Zorro series, because I know Sony owns the rights right now. I would love to see that at some point. I mean, and it's also cool because, like, I mean, if you guys want, honestly, the definitive Zorro movie, I mean, everybody loves The Mask of Zorro. That's probably the first one to go to. If you want second best, third best, because there's also Tyrone Power's Mark of Zorro. If you want third best, go watch the 1975 spaghetti western with Alain Delon. It's free on YouTube. You can find it anywhere, because I think at this point it's in the public domain. Definitely check it out. It's a great film. Great, fantastic film. Okay. Let's see here. Do I have a Twitter account? Yes, Michael. Link below in the description. You can follow us on Twitter. We're always looking for new followers on Twitter. Let's see. Just trying to see here. Oh my god, okay. Kefir or Kale, which do you prefer? You just like Android 18 or I give you I can't remember who Kefla and Kale are. Sorry. Let's see. Hey, I'm finishing a Kong fan film where a gorilla resigns as king. He has no empathy or any living thing and haunted by the memories of his past. Is it like a prequel or a sequel, Soldier 357? I'm not too sure. Jack, who would win, Kong 76 or an army of players with tags? Kong 76. I'd put my money on Kong, because if he can take out the tanks from King Kong Lives, he can take those out. If Michael Bay... No! No! Michael Bay, get your hands off my fucking King Kong film! No! No! Bad Jackfruit channel. You go to your room and you think about what you just said. You go to your room. Hey Jack, what are your thoughts on Toys R Us coming back? I don't have to worry. We still have Toys R Us in Canada. Yeah, we still have Toys R Us in Canada. It never left. I love Toys R Us. It's a great store. I used to work at one. What if Bagan was in the Monsterverse? Who's Bagan, Predator Rex? You mean Baragon? I want to make a fan-made Godzilla trilogy when I'm in college. Oh, I'm up for that. See what you got, man. Make it practical. Make it guys in suits. I will watch that shit. What do you think about the new Pet Sematary trailer? I don't know. I've never seen Pet Sematary. Never been really a zombie person, to be honest. Let's see. Because I highly doubt... Okay, whoa, okay. Adventures of Young Aragorn. Oh, is that about the Amazon Middle-earth movie? I'm excited to see what that's all about. I know Peter Jackson is a creative consultant, so it will definitely be in canon with those movies. And that's what I'm looking forward to see what they do with that. Hey, BigJackFilms, I discovered on the web that there was going to be a crossover between King Kong 76 and Orca. I knew about that, and I am planning to maybe do a mini King Kong review on it as a lost production. I just don't have enough sources to really make it a full review, but I'll see what I can do with it. That is planned on the schedule at some point. I enjoy your videos. Thanks, Juan Joes. I appreciate that. What if Primal Rage had a new video game? I would play that shit like crazy. I don't know why they've never thought to... Out of all the franchises Tournament Fighters to revive, we've done Killer Instinct, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. Where the fuck's my Primal Rage reboot? My Primal Rage video game series? Because I would play the shit out of that. That would be amazing. Hey, Jack, what's your favorite World War II? See, why all the World War II ones? I don't get that. I'm not big into World War II. I mean, the only thing if you want to know my 2 favorite World War II movies, that's simple. Second place, Saving Private Ryan, only the first 20 minutes. I couldn't give a shit less. But the best World War II movie, The Great Escape, starring Steve McQueen, Richard Attenborough, Donald Pleasance, Charles Bronson, bunch of cast members in this movie. Definitely check that out. At some point, I do want to review that, The Great Escape, because that is one of my favorite films. Oh, okay. Holy crap. What if Chaos was an orangutan? That's one of the apes in Primal Rage? I'd be okay. I've also heard that C.S. Lewis was working on a sequel to Narnia, and oh my god, these comments are going by like so crazy. Do you think the new Jurassic World series is going the right way? As much as Fallen Kingdom was kind of a mixed bag for me, I still have hope it's going to come out swinging with a good finale. But then after that, I want them to do just reboot it, and I'll explain that in the Let's Talk down the road. What if Primal Rage had new characters in it? I would play the shit out of that. I've never seen 1941, Huey. I've never seen that. I've seen a lot of Spielberg movies. I've never seen that. But, like, I found Saving Private Ryan to be the best Spielberg World War II movie. Although, granted, I do want to see Schindler's List when it comes out in theaters in December, because that's been on my radar for a while. Hey, Jay's Watch! How you doing? What's your favorite Gamera movie? If I had to pick, just the Heisei trilogy. I mean, those are the only ones I've watched. I've heard, and I'm not a fan of the Showa. I found Gamera to be like the Jar Jar Binks of kaiju. Just really annoying and stupid. What would be the best moment from the book? Should I look back on the film? Okay. Holy crap. There's a lot of questions going by. No, man. No. Michael Bay's King Kong. No. 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 Godzilla and King Kong versus King Ghidorah. Godzilla and Kong. Again, my money will always be on Kong. If you put Kong versus anything, I'm voting for Kong. Give me a different character. How do you think they will handle the Rampage movie sequel if it gets it? They're working on a sequel? Didn't expect that. I don't know what they would do with it. Really, I don't know if they would do with the sequel. Yeah, I know. Jay's Watch. Schindler's List is coming back to theaters in December. So, I will definitely do... Oh, Mason's here. My buddy Mason from the Land Down Under. Everybody go subscribe to him. He's a really cool guy. He's been a huge help on the channel, helping us with a couple visual effects and everything. Great guy. Check him out. I'm still waiting for my YouTube poop, Mason. We're in a chat where Mason's going to be doing a YouTube poop about my channel, and I want to see where this goes, because it sounds hilarious, honestly. I'm sorry, Huey, I'm not the big... I mean, I like the Heisei stuff, but aside from that, I'm not a big Gamera fan. I'm not a big Gamera fan. I know this is terrible to say, but not a big Gamera fan. I'm sorry. Batman versus King Kong's... Oh my god, who comes up with these crossovers? Jack, I have a lyrics. Let's see. What about King Kong movie like a canceled space? The canceled space. What? Okay. Do I know about Congo? You mean Congo? The Michael Crichton movie? I know about that. Alright, take care, Michael. Take care. Really? Okay, I'll have to check that out. Send me a link to that. Conger. Hey, Jack, what editing software do you use? I'm looking to upgrade soon. This is a good question. A lot of people ask me what I use to edit. For the last, probably since I started YouTube, this channel, the bonus channel, now become the official channel, I've been using Pinnacle. It's an advent program. It's not a subscription where you pay monthly. You just pay a full bulk. You get a whole studio, a whole editing software with it. Pinnacle's really great, I find. But at some point, I am going to move on to Adobe Premiere and Adobe After Effects because a lot of people are going to that now. But for now, Pinnacle's where it's at. I think once I get if I ever get a new PC or computer, I am going to immediately update to Adobe Premiere. That's just kind of what I'm going to be doing. Okay, for War of the Monsters, I've heard about that game. I just haven't played it. Let's see. And it comes back to... Okay, I have an idea for King Kong 2 sequel. Government... Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. King Kong versus Yeti Giant of the 21st. Oh, that'd be fucking hilarious. King Kong comes to Canada, beats the shit out of him. Yeah, that'd be great. Thoughts on Congo? Do you plan to review the film? That might be a possibility as a request review. Because given it's kind of gorilla related, it's also Jurassic Park related. It's kind of meshing of the two together. That might be a possibility. When it comes to think, I might review Congo at some point. I think it would just be a Big Jack Films review. It wouldn't be a Kong review or Jurassic Park review. It'd be kind of somewhere in the middle, I find. I think, yeah, at some point, Congo would be a movie I'd want to review. Let's see. Should I do a Sukamima scene in my fan? Yes. I want Sukamima in there. Put that in there in the Extra Dinosaur 101. Okay, so I think we're going to wrap this up because I'm starting to run out of things to say. So I would like to get 3 more questions in. Really good questions. Yes, I know GT has been born. No, the diamonds are here. Fucking hilarious. I love Tim. Tim Curry's a fucking icon. Love him. Best 2 roles he was... You know what? I just want to lay this down before we wrap up. My favorite Tim Curry roles. First thing I think I ever saw him in was Muppet Treasure Island. Best Long John Silver. Best goddamn Long John Silver ever. Really good. Loved him in It. Fucking hilarious. He's fucking hilarious as a clown. Liked him. I mean, I liked him in other stuff. So I liked him in Scary Movie 2. I liked him in Home Alone 2. You know, Stolen Credit Card. He's a great actor. I think, yeah, I have to say this, but after watching it recently, I found Legend with him as the devil, the Lord of Darkness, the best goddamn role he ever played. Just the fact he had to perform in that heavy head makeup, the stilts, everything. Fantastic. And that's another thing. I want to get to Legend at some point because Legend is a great movie. Really great movie. If you guys want a perfect Tim Curry movie, watch Legend. Best movie he ever did. One of Ridley Scott's best. Okay, we're going to wrap it up. Do 3 more questions. Let's fire away. I'll answer this one by Bryce Day. What's your thoughts on Jason Voorhees? I've kind of sat through bits and pieces of the Friday the 13th movies. I mean, I think Jason's cool. He's not my favorite monster. I mean, my 2 favorites that I like, my 2 favorite Jason movies that I liked Jason Takes Manhattan because I thought that was funny. And I liked Jason X. I just thought that it was funny how he went to outer space. Yeah, I know JCs were born. Nick Jackson hates Tim Curry. I don't know why. Don't fuck with the curry. It tastes delicious. Okay, second question. Master of O says, when is your Rampage movie coming out? I have a script. I have a script ready for the Kong reviews on Rampage. I have plans to put it out in January. It's going to be the first review of the new year. So look forward to that. Rampage in January 2019. Okay, so that's question number 2. Let's make one more. One more question, guys. Let's see here. Will you review the Alien series? You and Two more asked. By the way, Alien 3 Assembly Cut is awesome. If I ever get a chance, if I watch the Alien movies and I think they're worth reviewing, I think I will. I don't know yet. Again, Alien and Predator, I've never seen in their entirety, but they have been something a lot of people have been requesting me to watch. So maybe, who knows? There's a lot of stuff on my radar for next year, which I'll close this off by just giving kind of a list of some of the reviews you can look forward to in 2019. And this is just going to be major spoilers. You can expect from 2019 a review of Rampage in January. February will be a two-part Valentine's Day special where I will be reviewing the Kong pornos, the two major Kong pornos. Those are coming in for February for a special Valentine's Day episode. March, I can't remember what's on the radar. I think maybe, no, I booked that for July. I don't know what's happening in March. Probably another Kong review. April. April's a big year. April, we are going to be doing a 10-year anniversary retrospective of Dragon Ball Evolution. Because it will actually mark the 10-year anniversary I started doing movie reviews. Was my first review I ever saw. If you go to my old channel, I did sadly a very kind of a positive review of Dragon Ball Evolution. To this day, it's been my biggest regret. And to this day, every time I go back and watch it, it gets fucking worse and worse and worse and worse. So there will be a 10-year anniversary retrospective of Dragon Ball Evolution, a very special review. Because that movie's bad to me on a personal level. And I will get to that when it comes out. May, I believe Super 8 is on the schedule, because I do want to review Super 8 at some point. June, okay, this is going to be a big one. Look forward to this. I'm going to try to get it out by June. I'm planning a 30th anniversary retrospective on Tim Burton's Batman. We're going to make, it's going to be one of our big productions. I won't say what we're going to be trying to attempt, but it's going to be a big production on our plate. It is a 30th anniversary retrospective of Tim Burton's Batman, because the Batman reviews I originally did, I'm not a fan of. So at some point I will get to reviewing all of them, but I'm just going to do them in little spurts. So starting with Tim Burton's Batman, that will be one of the biggest productions we do this year. That will be in June. July, expect a review of the new Power Rangers movie, because spoiler alert, I wasn't really a fan of it. You can hate me all you want. I was not a fan of that new Power Rangers movie. I found the 95 movie to be a lot better. But that's another big production, which we've already shot a lot of, is the new Power Rangers movie. August. Nothing really planned for August and September. I will finally be getting to doing some Ray Harryhausen movies. Starting with my all-time favorite Harryhausen film, 1 Million Years BC. You can look forward to that over the summer of 2019. And then October, we're finally getting to this. We want to do more Halloween stuff. But for October 2019, a year from now, expect Mummy Month. I will be covering the original Mummy trilogy, the Mummy, Brendan Fraser Mummy trilogy, and it'll be finishing up with the new Mummy, which was fucking garbage. So look forward to that. It's another big production. November, I would expect around that time to see a review of the King Kong musical. And then for the official season 4 finale of the BigJackFilms reviews and the Kong reviews as a whole, I will be doing a basically kind of a Lindsay Ellis-esque kind of analysis review on both Avengers Infinity War and Ready Player One. And that's because it has created a new genre of franchising that will lead into a massive event that will happen in our show. So look forward to those reviews in 2019. That's kind of like the overall play. And Queen 18 shows up. Oh my God, you're just missing out on the live stream, Queen 18. Oh man. Yeah, you're gonna record. I'll probably check that out. Are you gonna be live streaming it, Queen 18? If you guys don't know, Queen 18, she just appeared in one of my recent call reviews. She provides the voice of 18 at this point, and she's a very talented voice actress. She has a great channel. Go check her out, Queen 18, a fantastic talent on YouTube. Go subscribe to her, and she's fantastic. So. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to be live stream, but if it is, send me a link on Twitter, Queen 18, and I will definitely check that out. But yeah, guys, that's it for this live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments. We'll probably answer them in the next live stream. We're going to try to make these about once a week if we can, just to fill up the time and give you guys something to be entertained by. But yeah, definitely check it out. We hope you guys enjoyed. Look forward to the new Jurassic Park Legacy review coming out this Friday, and look forward to next week with the new King Kong reviews. Once again, if you guys want to support us, you can support us on our Patreon page, linked below. We are looking for any kind of Patreon donations, and you will get rewards. You'll be able to be credited in our videos. You'll be able to get requests for certain things. You'll even be able to maybe get a DVD copy of the new my Kong movie, maybe. And if you want to mail us, send us gifts, send us fan letters, send us donations, you can send it to this address, which is BigJackFilms, P.O. Box 326, Queensville, Ontario, L0G1R0. You can also find our mailing address in the description of all our videos and our other social media pages. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook. We're considering Discord. I'm not too sure yet. I don't have really a Discord planned, but I might do that at some point. But yeah, Facebook, Twitter is your best way to find me. You can also check out our fanfiction stuff on fanfiction.net/BigJackFilms. And for now, that's about it. So as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I'll just see you guys in the next videos. This is Big Jack Films signing off, and have a good fucking night.